Hello, hello. What's up? So Penguin, Kurtza, Aurelius. How's everyone? How's everyone doing? So bag 'em up. Right on time indeed. Meeting the parents. Ooh. Almost finished your master's thesis. Well done. Kurtza, good stuff. What's up, Layla? The boxer dog. Or I suppose Layla's owner. Hello. What's up, Carl? Good to hear. Okay, we're gonna watch maybe a ladder game or something, and then we have a replay review to do for a patron. So yeah, let's see what's going on here. Tagada was playing some ladder now. Plus, yeah, plus, other stuff. I guess. Oh, Tagada played a lot of games. He's really trying to get onto the league leaderboard. Let's check out Tagada's ladder rating. Oh, actually, I know. There's an easier way to check that. 2350. Pretty good. What's up, Zachary? Alright, let's check this out. What's up, Snack Bar? Told Tagada to stop being a soy boy about high-rated ladder activity. Say what now? What exactly does that mean? What's up, Noah? He wants top 3 rated dudes to get an invite into the tourney just for launching ladder. Alright. So Falcon. Yeah, I mean, I have my qualms about how that league qualification works. Considering, well, it just doesn't seem too fair, really, if I'm honest, but alright, let's see. Tagada. They're both Seraphim. We're on Badlands. Oh, Thomas is here. Hello, Thomas. I mean, I'm still better than Thomas, so I don't know what you mean. Like, I'm not good enough, Let's see. Okay, so no P-gens. Walk to the hydro. A little bit of energy reclaim. Thomas built 2 P-gens. Hydrocarbon, land factory, P-gen, air factory, 3 P-gens. More land factories. It's a lot of factories before the second hydro. There are 3 groups, yeah. Oh god, Paul's the engineer. You hate to see it. Isn't straight hydro pretty old? I don't know. I don't think people just went straight to the hydro, really. No, the Zoc is factory, 2 P-gens, mexes, 2 more P-gens, and then another land factory without walking. That's the Zoc. Usually if you walk to the hydro, you make something before you go to the hydro. Like you make a P-gen before you go to the hydro, at least. Or 2, because there's a lot of mass reclaim. And you also want to get, you know, these mexes a bit sooner as well, so you need a bit extra power. If you go straight to the hydro with no P-gens, it's kind of tricky, and that's why Tagada just has less mass now, I guess. Like a lot less mass at the moment. Now we'll see what it's like in a couple of minutes, but for now, like Thomas is 800 mass ahead. That's ridiculous. 3.5 minutes in. As you can see, already got this. He's already at this max, already at this expansion now. Tagada is still not here, not even close to this position, not even close to this position. And just maybe a bit faster to this hydro, that might be something for him, but not much. Overall, Thomas maybe just has a better build by the looks of it. The expansion looks fast. AF. 10 tanks versus 10 tanks. A bomber sitting idly by. What you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna get shot down by a Nitty. Now, will there be a dodge? I see a dodging engineer. Nice kill. Whoa. Tale of the Box Rock £50 donation. Holy fuck. Keep up the good work. I hardly play FAF anymore due to own business. I love spending my evenings watching you, Guyland's Law. Thanks, man, for the entertainment. Well, you are most welcome. Thank you very much for that donation. Super generous. And good luck with your business. Hope it's going well. Yeah, so Thomas just ahead. Just made up the build on the spot. Expanded with energy so I can move my ACU. Well, you know. Good job. This looks like a painful raid is incoming though. Not enough tanks from Thomas to defend this position. The Thams are coming. The Selines are coming. And where are the reinforcements as well? From Thomas. It's not really a reaction in terms of units heading in this direction. And this is going to be a lot of damage, in fact. Literally, it's going good since he has 50 to do. Oh, true. You're probably right. Okay, well that's a lot of damage, but actually, okay, he's just hit all the mexes, but hasn't killed any just yet. He's got to hang around and kill a few. These are going down. Oh, this NG is going to be denied, and there's going to be units in the back in the forest. It's going to be annoying to deal with, but not catastrophic damage. But yeah, still Thomas with the significant lead. Now he just has to try and maintain it. How good is Thomas as a front runner? Should be pretty good. I think any player at this level is pretty good front runner anyway. Let's see the tank count now. 40 tanks. 34. So, yeah, slight unit advantage for Thomas, but he's not really using it. You can see Tagada with no trouble actually completing his expansion in the end. He does have a lot of mass in the bank at the moment. Mex begins, and where's T2 land is my question. Seems like a lot of T1 at the moment. Around now is the time where you could definitely consider clicking up, considering you have mass in the bank. Energy is going to be the issue. Still nothing sent. I mean, a bomber would be nice. Well, speak of the devil, there's a bomber from Thomas coming after those tanks and replacement engineers needed at the back. It's also good to reclaim these trees at the back, by the way. I would definitely have a factory trying to grab those. Thomas is actually on the left hand side with his ACU walking towards the enemy expansion, just with very little support. I mean, here's some units here coming to help, but oh, and an air fight. Nobody has the plateaus just yet, which is very strange at this late stage of the game, honestly. I mean, late in those terms. Thomas with the terrible anti-micro may actually end up losing the fight that he really ought to have won, in my opinion. And Thomas also looks to be suiciding his ACU at the same time as he loses all of his intis. Yeah, this is worrying. I mean, he does have units coming to help him out, but why has he already lost 3,000 health for no reason? We're gonna do a proper replay review after this replay. This is not really a replay review. This is just a cast. Replay review is coming soon. T2 air from Thomas after he lost air. He'd much rather have one air, I guess, but yeah, very aggressive with the commander. And he has brought plenty of units with him, which you're going to have to do, obviously. And yeah, now Tagada's under pressure. Now Tagada has some nice tanks over here, for example, although it looks like he may have forgotten about them, because they're not moving. But yeah, this attack is not going to work. Not at all. No, I'm not going to hypecast for you. Thank you. You hypecast. What's hype about this? It's just a random ladder game. Where's T2 land? Here it is. Almost 90% complete. No assistance whatsoever. Tagada adding more air production. And yeah, Tagada just getting free damage. I don't know how he's allowed to do this damage, but I guess it's a lack of radar. And Thomas is still so far forward. He's so exposed. And he's going back in. I mean, why would you not just, like, you know, at least have your units next to you? Why would you not, you know, just go and take all this reclaim, for example? There's so much to do that doesn't involve bringing yourself down to 5k HP for no reason. T2 air is here. That's a Notha. That's a Volt 2. Tagada still has full HP, so, well, almost full HP, so sniping him is not going to be that easy. I mean, if Thomas had traded his HP for Tagada's HP, it would have been nice. Bombers finally deal with some annoying tanks at the back. 4 dead mexes here. And Thomas continues. He just doesn't know when enough is enough, and now there's so... Look at how many times he's just walking into the middle of. Thomas, what are you doing? Please. Please enlighten me on what the whole idea of any of this was. 11 minutes into the game. Still hasn't sent in his air. The gunship is idle at the back. Okay, he actually survives that. Gets away with it. And now Tagada is the one who's maybe just been baited in. Was this the plan all along? It doesn't look like Tagada's dying here, though. He still has 6,500 HP, 6,000. 5,500. The Zoos are really what's going to put out the damage. The gunship and the Natas are coming in now. Taggart is almost at a vet. Where's his air? He's down to 2,500. He gets a vet up to 3,500. Back down to 3k. A gunship is over his head. The gunship drops out of the sky. The Zoos are still firing. And he's dodging them. Down to 1,300. One gunship still lives. 1,200. 11. Overcharge. And he's alive. There's more gunships coming, or at least one more gunship. Thomas now is lacking units and has only 3,000 HP. Gunship coming in after tagging his commander again. He can actually dodge some gunship shots. You can see the gunship missing. He's down to 750. Thomas down to 2,000. Who's gonna die first? Tagging on 400. Keep dodging. 300. They're both on 400 HP and Thomas dies. The gunship gets shot out of the sky and Tagada survives on 400 HP. Dodges some T1 bombers on the way out that would have killed him. What the fuck? Why did that happen? Why did any of that happen? Well, what the fuck? So strange, so strange. Imagine if Thomas didn't waste so much HP on his commander earlier on in the game. He might actually have won. But still very close. I mean, he just... It seems so unnecessary. Like, I said, you know... I said... How's Thomas as a front runner? Well, that was a weird way to try and lead from the front. I will say that. That didn't make sense to me. And yet it almost worked, so, you know, I have stuff to learn here. Okay, let's review this replay. From Squealer. He sent me a 2 versus 2 a matchmaker game on Fields of Isis. Don't care if you're ahead or not. Well, I mean, fair enough, but you probably should care. Or, you know, why not make an upgrade or something? Okay. So, Squealer is Aeon. He's in a 2v2 game. He's got Mimics as his teammate. And he's up against Konorak and Mighty W. So we got 2 1Ks in the game, according to TMM rating. And then we got some higher rated guys, Konorak 1600 and 1850 for Mimics, or 40. It's a very high rating for TMM. TMM doesn't cap out quite at the same heights as Global or even Ladder, so 1600 and 1800 are quite good ratings on TMM. Squealer in chat. I don't know if he is now. But we're going to review this for him. So, first things first, on Isis, obviously you have mid reclaim. Let's see, how much do we have exactly? You have about 4k in the Rex here. A couple of Harbies. That is a Titan, maybe? So you got some T3 Rex and some T2 Rex. Now what I like to do, and what is not, it's not uncommon at all, is to send an engineer quickly to the front, maybe the first engineer or the second engineer, and take some of this mass, maybe go to the middle and take some of this mass, and then also send a lab to the front. I think that's a good way to open, especially if you have Aeon, because you have a really nice lab. Now with the P-gens, they should be built on the near side. Should build them on this side of the factory so that you don't have to walk around to get more to continue building. Basically you want to walk to the Hydra and then not move for a while. First bomber from Mimics, by the way. That's not too important to us. Now, I mean, well, let's see. So we have a lot of resources now because the ACU is going to the front immediately, and Squealer's made an Aurora. I would rather make a lab, to be honest, because it gets to the middle much faster, and will deny an engineer that's rushing to the middle to get reclaim. So yeah, the ACU pathfinding is terrible over distances this long, which is kind of annoying. So you kind of want to give maybe an order in here somewhere so that you don't waste time. Sounds like the bomber is dead, but we can see some dead stuff here. That's dead, dead, dead. He maybe got at least 3 kills there. So what should we be doing in the base? Well, 2 mexes have been queued. You probably could have had one upgrading already a long time ago. Or not a long time ago, but a little while ago. What's up, Borb? And right now we're building the wrong things. So what we're building that's incorrect is factories instead of P-gens. So essentially, when you're about to get lots of reclaim, you need to prepare yourself and your economy by constructing power. You don't prepare yourself by building factories. It's power that you need. Also, this air factory has just been turned on, and yeah, we need I have to close the window. Hang on a sec. Right, so yeah, this is a critical thing. So at this point, like this factory has been is under construction, and this factory was constructed. All the engineers essentially in the base should have been building power, because we have to prepare for the middle. We have to prepare for the middle mass. So that's a mistake. You need to prepare the power first and then get the factories afterwards. Now in the middle, Konorak has brought Zuis, and I recommend getting the, what is the mod called? Advanced Target Priorities. Yeah, I would recommend getting the Advanced Target Priorities mod, which you can see on the list there, and then you can focus on units specifically, or just target the Zuis, because if you take out the Zuis then you're pretty safe. So now the eco is not great, so Konorak is going to get most of the mass here. Now I think he is in the better position. I think these positions are actually better in terms of where the reclaim is. I could be wrong, but I think that's the case. But yeah, you don't want to leave, you want to take as much mass as possible. So this has been left behind, this was left behind, which is maybe unnecessary. Well, no, definitely unnecessary to lose those. And now we're losing air, so under pressure, because essentially because of the lack of power that was built when you built, say, this factory and this factory. That should have been P-gens instead of that. What's up, Matt? So now you finally get these mexes finished. These started a long time ago, but now they can be completed. And this is correct. This is, you know, keep ecoing, and you should be scouting your opponent, and also you don't need to retreat so far back. This is a very, very big retreat, and now you're playing very defensively. Don't think you really need to be honest. Like if you look at here, there's no units coming. Your opponent is chilling, so you well, we still have power problems essentially. Let me take a look here. So yeah, what I'd say is there's just a lot, way too many factories. And now no preparation for this gun upgrade. Once again, so we need to understand what the cost of things is. So just, you know, you have to know that the gun costs 300 power in terms of drain. In this map, you really should prioritize economy above all else, in my opinion. You want to scout, have good radars like you do. This is a nice radar. You got lots of nice reclaim here, but prioritize economy. Now your opponent has made, you know, quite a few T1 factories. His eco is not that good, so you're actually in a decent position. Still, I mean, he's gotten a lot more mass in the middle, which is the main issue, but other than that, you should be okay. I would not be rushing the gun here. I would also not make so many factories. Factories are expensive. And if you want to make the gun, then I would recommend, well, first building more power beforehand. And also, if you get an energy storage and allow your energy bar to fill before you make the gun, it's going to be a lot easier to complete it without stalling. But at the moment, you're just stalling either mass heavily or power heavily. So either way, you don't have the resources to do what you want to do. So you're trying to do too much. You're trying to make eco with a lot of assistance. You're trying to make the gun, and you're trying to make factories. Just cut out at least one of those things, and then you will be in a better position. You probably still will be building too much, but at least it'll be a bit better. You just, you know, you have to choose what's going to be really valuable to you and make sure you do that instead of attempting to do everything, and then when your eco bar says no, you just kind of power through. So take heed of the eco bar. It will let you know how much you can do. So you have only the range upgrade. That's not that strong. I would make double gun. I would not go forward with just the range. It's very difficult to use the range alone, in my opinion. It's very tricky. Also, you don't have, if you're going to make range only, you know, the sensor upgrade is very cheap. But in my opinion, you should make double gun. You should sit there, make the double gun, and that's going to be way easier to use. Also, yeah, the lack of radar is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous. Also, you still don't have overcharge, so you gotta have overcharge. Okay, you're making energy storage. That's good. But yeah, it's not possible to use without radar. It's not really possible to make use of the range gun. So I don't know if you have radar rings on, but I would say I would put those on. If you go over here, I have countermeasure and radar on all the time. I recommend you do the same, at least with radar, because this is actually so scary. This is like, and if you can see, your range is not doing any good to you right now. You know, it's not helping you. You have the same DPS, you're shooting things that would be in range anyway, and this is not helping you. So if you had double gun here, this could be super good. Also, when you were shooting the ACU, when the ACU is upgrading here, you should try and target the engineers that are assisting the ACU so that his upgrade comes a lot slower. So now your opponent has T2, he has a T2 PD, and it's time for you to retreat now. You can't take this position. If you had like 15 fervors in range of this PD already, maybe, but at this point you cannot. I don't think you can. If you had double gun also, it would be possible to hold this or push his ACU back to a certain position. I mean, probably not the whole way back, but you could push him back to a certain point. But As it is now, I suspect he's going to be able to thin your units out enough. You can see now he's reclaiming your units, which is one of the best ways for a T2 commander to get rid of tanks and artillery. But I feel like he's going to be able to get a PD up shortly. And okay, this is nice. You have engineers coming to the front to get some reclaim. We always have to be looking at how the eco is going. Well, I'm not sure what's going on over here. It looks like some guncom action. But your opponent has 6 T2 mechs. You have 6 as well. Some T2 is required from you. For sure, you're going to need some T2 land or something. And it should be upgrading at this point because, again, you have a full mass bar. And obviously you're focused on what's happening at the front, which is fine. But you also need to be looking towards the future. And now Mimics has defeated his opponent, and your Mimics also has a Corsair. So you could move in and raid this. You definitely need radar still. Still, there hasn't been another radar built. But overall, you're doing well at the moment. Although your opponent has a lot more mass in total than you do. So your opponent's definitely, although you have pushed him away, this is really good. He's still in a good position. So let's see, what do we need? We need, finish our T2 mechs upgrades and get some T2 land or T2 air. T2 air is fine, but you're probably a bit low on power for T2 air, so T2 land is a good option. And maybe some more engineers in the base to help assist that and get more storages and things. Yeah, so it is full share, so your opponent... So now, Mimics may be messed up, to be honest, because now the 1600 on the other team will have double base. And he gets some mexes in his teammate's base, so it's not all bad for him. And you're retreating, which is fair. Again, he did eventually get a PD up. So I would say you should... well, yeah, you should do what you're doing, which is take all this reclaim, continue ecoing, get some T2 land up, and you're going to need some TMD. TMD is going to be important here to defend yourself, especially when there's a T2 commander. You have to be very, very scared of a TML, because TML on this map can hit, from the middle, can hit everything. Okay, so we should be focusing on economy at the moment. This should be our focus. We're making, I expect that is sensors, which is a nice upgrade to get. I approve of that for sure. And we need some more scouting of our opponent. Let's see what's going on. Opponent is moving forward. It doesn't look like he has the gun upgrade, so he's probably just going to try and PD creep, which doesn't seem like a great idea for him. I don't think that really works. He's built so much stuff back here. But again, we still can't see it, so we need more vision, and we need more economy. So these mexes could have been rebuilt a long time ago. Okay, T2 comes out. And sensors is up. Sensors is great. Look at the range of vision you get. It's amazing. But our mass is building up heavily. So again, more eco for the eco god. Okay, you're getting more build power in the base. This is nice. I like this. You could make, well, you want to make a T2 P-Gen immediately. Should have started a little while ago. I would make 2. I would queue up 2 at this point. And queue up all these mexes to get storages around them. And get TMD defending everything. And then we, oh my god. And then we think about the later game. But we have to first secure all of our, improve our eco, secure it with TMD, and get our P-Gen, like 2 T3 P-Gens. And then you can think about what you want, whether you want to go, T2 air, probably T3 land would be the next thing on your mind. This is ridiculous. Mimics has made a proxy. He actually has a T2 engineer here as well, so he's making a flak. And he's killing this expansion. Now, eventually, now there will be units coming in to stop this, but look at the damage he's doing. He's going to kill these mexes for sure. And yeah, so P-Gen, okay, P-Gen is started. Grab all these guys and get them building, and once again, storages, and rebuild these, and then we're in a really good spot. Bit of scouting would help as well. A little bit, we need more vision, for example, because you know, if our opponent has, say, for example, T3 land, then we have to know. If your opponent has T2 air, we have to know that. And if our opponent has T3 mechs, he could have T3 mechs here. Definitely possible. We need to know this, because if our opponent starts getting a really big lead in eco, then we're going to be in serious trouble. And there's no real danger at the front. Your opponent's building tons of T2PDs, which is actually good for you. This, you should be glad to see this, because you should have no intention of pushing into this position anyway. Look at thousands of mana spent here on defenses. You don't need to move into that at all. So this is like, okay, cool, I'll just make T3 mechs instead. Okay, the P-Gen is coming far too slow. That needed to be a major priority. Once again, if eco is a priority, then P-Gens are eco too. So the P-Gen, the slowness of the P-Gen is hurting us hugely. It's a big amount of pain for us. This drop was insane. 6 mechs is dead. Ridiculous, and now it does get cleaned up, obviously. I mean, it's gonna be cleaned up. P-Gen's still not finished. Oh yeah, 2 T2 engineers are not sufficient for a first T2 P-Gen. Also, making this much T2 land, I don't approve of this, to be honest. I don't think it's really necessary, because once again, as I said, you shouldn't really have any intention of pushing into any of this. You should just allow him to do that and say, fine, we're not going to attack that. You can see what their opponent has done. T3 mechs. T3 mechs. And we've fallen way behind in eco. Now, of course, he has another base to help pay for some of this, but even if he just had his own base, he would probably have 1 or even 2 T3 mexes. So instead of all this T2 land, which, you know, if you look at it, he's not afraid of T2 land. You know, he has PDs, he has production, he has eco. He's not afraid. T2 land is not really going to do too much for you. You should be making T3 mexes instead of all of this. I wouldn't even make a single support factory in this situation. At any point, I would have focused on the P-Gen, and I would have focused on making T3 mexes. Okay, TML. And I think we're going to see that I don't think this T2 land is going to do very much for you. That's my prediction. And it's going to be... I mean, Mimic's eco is actually not good at all. Now, he has been doing a lot. He's, you know, he did a proxy, he killed his opponent and stuff, but his eco is so far behind. And now, yeah, there we go. T3 land for our opponent. As well as T2 air. And probably more T3 mexes once this place gets ecoed up again. And yeah, so lack of eco and too much unit production that's not really going to do much for you is the issue. Now maybe, I mean, Mimics should not be too scared of this. Let's just see what's here. 10 obsidians. He can hold that off on his own, to be honest. He doesn't have many units, but he has a gun com, and he can overcharge obsidians forever. So yeah, all this T2 land has much less value once the opponent actually has T3 land, because you know T3 units are just much more efficient than T2 when used correctly. And really what we have to be thinking about is T3 max. Screw obsidians and blazes and shields and all of this. None of this T2 land was necessary. Jagged does like running or biking or swimming, so he ignores us. Wow. Excuse me, I was a swimming teacher for a while. How dare you? Although now I haven't swam in a long time. Sadly. Okay, so we're making MMLs. Once again, I return to the idea that we should never even really think about attacking this, especially not with MMLs. Maybe with T3 artillery, maybe with snipers, but MMLs, it's not going to be worth it for you. Okay, you gave units to mimics so that he can micro stuff. You get him what? Auroras and stuff. Let's see, what do you have? 10 obsidians. Five blazes. Oh, there's no TMD for this one. The most important unit yet is under construction. No, neither of those hands. I'm just a skinny fuck. Okay, T3 air for our opponent as well now, by the looks of it. Unless... Wait, is that T3? That's not T3 air. He just control K'd that. That's a dead factory. Oh no, it is T3. Damn, okay. Okay. That's weird. Usually when you hover... Okay, well... Yeah, fair enough. It's kind of weird. I don't think that's normal for that to happen when it's T3. But anyway. Yeah, so at this point... yeah, just, you know, no more T2 land. We don't need it. We should have made T3 land a long time ago, and don't make all this T2 land on ISIS, because, you know, generally if there's a calm in the way, T2 land is not going to be that great. Try rock climbing. I've done a little bit of rock climbing. I have some friends who are big into it. It's pretty fun, but I would have to work at it, because I don't have much strength in me, being a skinny fuck. Oh, snipers. Let's see what the chat. You have an XP? No. Yeah, so the biggest issue for me is T2 land instead of T3 mechs. That's what we can say. So let's see how the game continues. They should work together to make a T4. I don't think so, no. I think, I mean, maybe they could make a spider. That might be an approach, but really what the issue they have is their low eco, their lack of intel. They have to get a T2 radar, please make a T2 radar, somebody. You should have a T2 radar here, actually, Squealer. I would definitely go for a T2 radar quickly, because if you look at this, even back here, you can see everything outside of their base. It's really good. Okay, T3 land. And yeah, you just need to stop. You could even control K some units and reclaim them and make yeah, your opponent is just firing loads of TMLs into your TMD, which is nice. It's a good waste of mass for him. Nice Harbies to reclaim. Free solo climbing, most Chad sport in existence. Yeah, that is insane. Okay, we lost one next to TML. No more T2. The T2 should have stopped a long time ago. Opponent has multiple T3P gens. He has T3 Air. He has 4 T3 mechs in his base and Spider. Okay, I think you should now help Mimics to complete the Spider. I think that's really what you should do. By, you know, sending him mass or sending engineers over there, sending your T2 engineers over there to help out, or some of them. Bit of an attack coming in. This doesn't look good for Mimics. It looks like Mimics is going to die here. He has no T3 land. Okay, you send your units over. That's good. You should send your shields over as well, or at least most of your shields over to protect his commander. Because if his commander dies, then it's going to be impossible to stop these units. The commander should have the overcharges to kill some Harbies. So I was right. well, you see, I wouldn't have done that. But seeing as Mimic starts the Spider, then you should help him. Yes. Okay, you give Mimics the units, that's good. I would definitely give him some shields as well, because obviously as Cybern he doesn't get shields. And you could send him some mass for the Spider, because the Spider is what's going to do it. The MMLs, you really won't be able to break a position like this with a few MMLs. It's much better to just, like earlier on in the game, MMLs can be used, but at this stage you really want to make T3 stuff, which has the range to help out. And yeah, this looks like it's going to be a good fight for the Obsidians. If he just moves in, he'll kill all of these Harbies. Harbies are great. You cannot allow Obsidians into range of Harbies, because Harbies will likely not get away. What are you pinging? Oh god. Yeah, that's very bad. This looks very, very bad for you and your team. That is a chicken bot coming towards you, and yeah, Mimic's gonna have to just run with his commander. Of course, Mimic's also has T3 Air. You could have gone T3 Air a long time ago as well. That could have been... All in all, what I'll say is you needed to get to the higher tech sooner. So you need to make T3 Air or T3 land a lot sooner, one or the other. Stop the T2 land a lot sooner as well. But now you see you're up against air control for your opponent and a superior T4 as well for your opponent. Chicken bot easily 1v1s a Spider. Mimics is on the run. He doesn't really have many T3 units to support his chicken bot. And if you had T3 sooner, then you could have snipers. Snipers would help out for sure. Shields could help the Spider. Yeah, this looks very, very bad. You're also running back to your base, which makes sense. And oh, okay, you get into range. Mimics gets into range. You have some gunships on the chicken. Mimics needs to dodge these balls, but he's not really doing it. And he's actually killing the chicken though, because I think the chicken's left arm wasn't shooting there. Am I wrong, or was one of the chicken's arms not firing at all? And he actually kills the Spider, he actually kills the chicken, which is crazy. Okay, the Spider, will it survive now? Because it is in range of some Harbies. There's a couple of snipers gonna get some shots off. Oh, it's not quite at a vet level right now. 1100 HP. Yeah, at this point the Spider should stay home. and be reclaimed for a some kind of, well, a mega or something, or a GC. Actually, GC would be nice. Bombers coming in to try and finish the spider off. They're gonna succeed as well. Haha. Okay, so this is great. Okay, now, very important to know what to do in this situation. So, because you have now 2 experimental wrecks on your side of the map, so you have to stabilize enough that you can get that mass, and then with that mass you can win the game. So, what do we have? We're making a lot of T3 land here. We need a T3 P-Gen. Don't make Swifties. Don't ever make Swifties when your opponent has ASF, because Swifties are terrible versus ASF, okay? Inties are better versus ASF than Swifties. So, first thing you need is to make a T3 P-Gen. That should be step 1. Make this P-Gen as fast as possible. Next thing, yes, spamming T3 land is fine. Make T3 land so you have something to hopefully hold off this position and get the mass. Send engineers, get multiple factories from your base. Get some reclaim factories here or something. Or wherever you have engineers. You don't have engineers at the front, do you? Oh, you do. Get some factories here. Spam engineers to this position and get the mass. And mimics. Oh yeah, you should also build SAMs. Time to build SAMs as well. So get multiple T3 engineers out. You only have 1 at the moment. You should have several, maybe 5 of them. And you get a SAM. And you get ready to get mass. You get ready to hopefully win air back. And you get ready to build a GC. Or even a Tsar, but probably a GC, because your opponent is going to have a chicken soon. Oh, he's not going to have a chicken soon. So yeah, big lack of scouting, because your opponent has half of an ass washer. And also he's still at the front, so you should notice that this guy is really vulnerable. He has no units with him at the moment, to be honest. So snipers moving forward is good. They should be defended by shields. Otherwise, I sense that these guys are going to get bombed by T1 bombers. And it's going to be very sad. Also, they need to move more this direction because they're shooting into that cliff there. Some of them are, at least. And absolvers. Never forget about the absolver. The anti-shield unit, it does insane damage versus shields. And he's actually running away now that he knows there's snipers around. Which is a good decision by him. This Asswatcher is building pretty quickly, I will say. And neither of you know. I mean, Mimics should be scouting. Okay, he is scouting. But do either of you know, actually, about the Awasa? I guess, well, oh god. It's quite clear that that's an Awasa. Just by where the engineers are, you can see the size of the thing. And now it's on your screen, so. Hopefully you know that there's an Awasa coming. Now, what do you do against Awasa? SAMs. SAMs are what you do against an Awasa. SAMs, T3 mobile anti-air. All of these factories could be building T3 mobile anti-air. And SAMs and yeah, Swifties are not going to do it for you. And still no engineers taking reclaim at the moment, which is the biggest issue in my opinion. 2 XPs in front of you. That mass will win you the game if you can get it, and if you don't die to the Awasa. So T3 on the comma is pretty good actually, but yeah, again, it doesn't look like there's too much reaction. You would need, you know, probably 15. You should have probably 15 SAMs, like as far forward as you can safely make them, essentially. And that would just cover your side. You also probably should make SAMs for your teammate. Although he should make his own because he's the higher rated guy. He should know to make SAMs. But I don't think either of you seem to be reacting. So I guess you don't realize that he's making a Awasa. So I guess he'll probably fly in, bomb this immediately. That's a lot of artillery. And you did lose your snipers by the looks of it. But, okay. Getting some reclaim now. That's good. I mean, it's taken far too long, to be honest, to get some of this reclaim. But you are getting it now. And making P-gens is good. But making Swifties... T2 stuff is nowhere near as useful as how much you're making of it. Okay, the Iwasa gotta be almost done right now. And we have 3 SAMs, which is something, but it's not much. Mimics has 1 SAM. That's This is yeah. The problem is like he can bomb one-shot all of that army, then he can one-shot this base, and then he can, you know, 2-shot your base. Oh, T3 mobile anti-air. Oh, the Iwasa is here. Mimics will survive 1 bomb with this commander. Is he going for the commander? He's actually going for the comm. Okay. Well, Mimics will survive 1 bomb. You do 11k with an Asswasher bomb. Quantum Gateway would be good. No, he needs SAMs and things. He needs a lot of other stuff before he needs a Quantum Gateway. Okay, that's no drop there. God, he's lost so much HP on the bomber now. But he is going to drop. This base is doomed. Okay, there goes the HQ. But the base does survive. The shield held up. Oh, there's 2 shields here now. Another bomb dropped. Shields hold up again. But the SAM was killed. Actually, all the SAMs were killed. There was a couple there. And there's no SAMs being rebuilt. He's just building shields at the moment. Where are your T3 anti-air? Here they are. Oh god, his entire base is now dead. Well, he's got a P-gen left. 1 P-gen. Mimics is going to explode soon because he has no shields. And you're not building any more T3 anti-air here in your factories, which is what you should be building. Okay, you're going to push forward now. Mimic says finally. Okay, now he's going to drop on this base until it's all gone. There's not enough anti-air here at all. There's T2 anti-air, but T2 anti-air is not that effective versus an Asswasher. And now you have well, now you have double base. So what should you do here? Well, making ASF is good. What is this Asswasher doing? I'm so confused. Okay, finally hit something that he can kill. Oh god, there goes support factories. 2 T3 mechs. Right, so what should you do here? I mean, it's basically, it should be lost. Is what I would say. I mean, you have some SAMs in your base, so this Asswasher should get shot down. In the expansion, you're gonna need, you know, well, building the here, what you should do is, right, you have tons of mass, build hives, and then continue building other stuff. So build hives because you need build power here. If you look at your eco bar, you have 20k mass. There's going to be loads of reclaim. There still is loads of reclaim in front of you. So build hives with the Cybran NGs. Plenty of hives. Get P-gens next to the hives. Get shields and stuff. And build... Spam megas forever is not a bad idea. Just spam megas forever with the hives. Did the Asswasher die off map? I don't know where the Asswasher is. It's dead though. It is dead. Let me see. Yeah, I can't see it at all. It's gone. Gone to Valhalla. Okay, chicken bot from Connor. So you're making lots of SAMs. Okay, what should you do? I mean, you have to replace your mexes. You've lost mexes here. You have SAMs now covering this base, but you don't have SAMs covering this base. But the ass washer is gone, so that's okay. What you need to do is basically rebuild this base and, you know, build something powerful. Like, you know, build a nuke, for example. Or, yeah, you need to definitely produce more air. So more engineers in the base. Maybe a nuke would be good. You shouldn't be able to do too much here. Again, there's a lot of mass to be reclaimed, so that should be a primary focus. And hives. Hives for sure. Hives make it so much simpler to spend this mass, basically. Okay, you're under attack here. This could be very bad for you. I mean, if you look at this, you have 8,000 mass in units that are not going to be able to kill this. So once your Harbies are done, you're going to waste a lot of mass with these units. Which is... it's going to hurt. Those aren't cheap at all. But yeah, it's a process of rebuilding. And also... I mean, you still have your TMD, which is nice. But yeah, it's a process of rebuilding and taking reclaim and turning it into experimentals and maybe a nuke. And probably having more T3 air production, because you have very limited air production at the moment. Your opponent has multiple T3 factories. You have one with a small amount of assistance. He may have controlled the the experimental off map. He may have done that. Okay, it looks like you're gonna make a gateway and RAS SUs. Okay, I do not recommend this at all. Oh my god, your opponent has so much air. Yeah, the opponent could just make another ass washer and bomb this forever. No, control king something off map is not abuse. But yeah, I don't recommend making RAS SUs. I don't recommend this at all. Like, all these engineers could plop down a GC quickly, and then if you had T3 anti-air, you could defend yourself and maybe attack with a GC. But something like that. RAS SUs are not gonna win you the game. You rebuilding your mexes will win you the game potentially. A lot. Well, they're going to be a lot better than RAS SUs. So this is a big mistake. You're going to put all your mass into this, and then he's going to put his mass into experimentals and kill you in a few minutes. Basically, the RAS SUs are never going to... Very unlikely they pay off. Like, empty mech spots and building RAS SUs makes no sense, of course. Let's see, I'm sure there's a chicken here now. There is, and a second chicken almost done, so... You still have the half HP spider, and that's all, really. Yeah, so it's just so expensive, you know. 3,000 mass, 6,400 mass. Oh, okay. He's dropping... Are those Harbies? That was very bad. I have radar. Yes, you have radar, but now you have no ASF, so you could actually drop them in now. You have a flak, but... Okay, Mega is done. Okay, where's the chicken? This must be the chicken, I guess. Nuke, okay, nice. Nuke is good. I mean, not rebuilding mechs is like you're very, very slow rebuilding mass extractors. This is like critical. You can't be this slow rebuilding mass extractors. That has to be priority number one. Everything else comes secondary. Everything else is secondary to rebuilding your mass extractors. Like, unless he has something that's about to kill you and you need to defend against that, rebuild your mexes immediately. All that matters in the game is having more mass to your opponent, number one. And then, if you have more mass, then you can worry about spending it. Okay, you've... Oh, 2 chickens. Okay, so this was a problem of not scouting. 2 isn't fair, I agree. Yeah, so you had no idea that those were chicken bots. Gray blips on radar are very dangerous. And some spy planes were needed to see that there's experimentals there. Oh, the Rassasiu. Yeah, now the game should be over. I don't think there's any way you can stop these 2 chickens here. I mean, the spider's going to do a good job. And the PDs. So actually 1 chicken is going to die. Thanks to the shields around the spider. The Harbies did a little bit as well. And the PDs contributed. But still 1 more chicken. GC under construction now. And still an empty mech spot. Nuke. Okay, we've toned down the Rassasiu production. I like that. But, yeah, some PDs are not going to defend this. Whoa, he's actually low on HP with this chicken. Wow. Oh, Rassasiu goes down. RIP the boys. Some, well, now he's vetted, actually. 25k. These units could have been used against the chicken, I guess. And yeah, you should have everything on the GC here, I guess. I mean, nuke, even if you nuke him, it doesn't really matter if you lose everything else. And now it's just about over. So pretty good effort versus a guy with 600 more rating, who's now making an emissary, but has no SMD. So you could actually nuke all of his, like a ton of his power and his artillery and his nuke. Although his nuke is going to load first, I guess. You have anti-nuke loaded, so actually you could nuke an insane amount of his stuff. To be honest, this game was not unwinnable, now that I look at it. Oh, strats. But you have shields. But yeah, the chicken is gonna now has... Oh yeah, another thing you can do, you can control K all of your stuff, and then the chicken won't get all this vet from it. Because now he has 25k more HP than he did before, and he's unstoppable. But honestly, you could have nuked... If your nuke had loaded, if you could defend it from here, you could have nuked all of this and had a chance at winning, honestly. Which is insane. I mean, a 2k player could win from here easily, I think. Well, not from right here, but from a couple of minutes ago. But now it's RIP the nuke, RIP your commander, RIP your hopes and dreams. Ow. Chickens are pretty good, especially when they have full vet. Yeah, so your opponent... Wait, what? Your nuke launched? Wow, it actually did land, apparently. I didn't hear nuke strategic launch detected or anything. Did you hear that? I didn't hear it. Predict a nuke ACU. I mean, good luck, I guess, nuking this guy. I have a lot of faith in 2K players. I mean, no, seriously. It was possible. Okay, you heard it. Okay, I guess I just didn't hear it. Well, yeah, so that was a nice game. There's some simple stuff that could be improved greatly, like you know, the T2 land production, some of the early eco balance put you behind a little bit. But overall, that was a tough game to win because basically, well, because the enemy team had the strongest player had double base, so that made it tricky to win there. But that was pretty good stuff, and hopefully there's plenty of info. Hopefully there's too much info in there for you, and you can pick as much as you want from it. So thanks for the generous patronage on Patreon. Conorak, I feel, is probably maybe in the chat also, but I don't know. I think he's a viewer. Yes, making GC instead of RASSU for sure. Hives in the second base would help a lot, and rebuilding mexes is always number one. Always. See you, Falcon. Alright, what will we do now? Somebody pinged me. Knowing when to stop spam is important. Yes. That's the trick, you know. In 2 versus 2, the trick is, do I need these units? Will these units be of any help to me, or would I rather have more economy? And you know, you very often want more economy. Tell us more about your job as a swimming teacher. Well, I taught swimming. What else to say? See if we can get a game, maybe? People aren't born knowing how to swim, no. Well, not really. Don't think so. Review who? Review what? No frigates at the swimming pool. Yeah, me versus Matt on ladder coming up in 2022. Oh, I need to open the window again. It's too warm. Penguin. I see. Yeah, I've sent you a message back because I didn't know which player I was supposed to focus on in the replays, so that's why I haven't done that one yet. I messaged you on Patreon. Asking which player you are. Okay. Or maybe we'll do it after this game. Ah, for fuck's sake. No, that's fine. Okay, after the next game, because that was not a game. Fucking. Alright guys, don't forget to like. The Fenestrate Jip. Hey, can we get points for draws, please? Thanks, FTX. Two for a win, one for a draw, 0 for a loss. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay, let's go again. See how capable we are against Thomas on hopefully a better map. 50 seconds to a match. I know of FTX, and it was terrible. Well, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. I do kind of think 1800 is too low for the cutoff, to be honest, for the top bracket. But, well, you know, it's just like, I don't know. Making excuses. What do you mean? For not qualifying. Yeah, I mean, it's not really fair, you know. Why does an 1800 get to play against other 1800s? And I have to play against 2100s all the time. And then, like, you know, is that fair? And we have the same value for a win. Is that fair? These fucking cows. They never shut up. Much prefer sheep. Much quieter. Is Zoc back? No. He was on FAF. but I don't think he played any games or anything. Okay, we gotta, see, even after we lose 200 rating, we still have to play against 2200, Thomas. Terrible, terrible. Am I a farm lad? No, I'm not a farm lad, but I'm living on a farm at the moment, basically. Okay. Let's see what happens here. Chickens have been doing grand. We have 8 chickens now. Somebody else was getting rid of their chickens from that they got last year. So we have 8, and they've started laying. They were laying immediately. But the chickens that we got originally are still not laying. There's this explosive showed up twice here. He's 2 of our labs. Oh god, he's made a bomber. Jay Steele, thank you for the dono. Did I ever kill this bomber? I fucking didn't. I'm so bad at this game. Can we? Oh. Yeah, we're not able to play fucking 1v1. We're actually so bad at 1v1 now. What the fuck? Can't deal with the opening. If we could deal with the opening, we could play this game, but we can't. It's actually insane. Build. I don't know. Now we're making loads of labs. Don't need that. We're fucked already. T2 land. You bastard.
Commander under attack.
Oh, how does he sneak past me there?
Commander under attack.
Oh god. I think I'm dead actually.
Commander under attack.
Yeah, I actually can't play 1v1. Fuck me. I don't know what's coming.
Commander under attack.
I need some map that isn't cancer.
Commander under attack.
A great game. I feel like this map is just completely decided always in the opening. Like some bomber or something. Lab wins the game in the first 4 minutes. That seems to be the story with this map, to be honest. Build is way too important. Thanks to all the reclaim and the reclaim and the expansions. Okay, wait 1 sec. Alright, we'll get this replay review. J Steel $3.69, $3.69, damn good time to get low. And 666, I'm paying you for playing video games. Thank you, J Steel. What's up, Mark? Where is this? Here we go. Okay, we're gonna watch Penguins replay. Do a replay review for the Penguin. The Penguin, a Penguin. I really hate this map pool. With a passion. Alright, so Gagwin is the player we're focused on. This map I have never gotten in this map pool. And although I don't think it's a very good map, it's better than many others in the pool. So, what is the story with this map? 7,000 mass. Right, so you have a lot of mass next to you in the base. So, first question you should ask yourself is, what's the fastest way I can get all of the mexes right next to me? That should be. This is the stuff you really. These are the questions you have to ask yourself. How can I get? Right, you don't usually have to ask just how can I get these mexes as fast as possible. Just how do I get all these mexes as fast as possible? So this is what a lot of people do: is send one engineer to get these. Why not send two? And you get them twice as fast, and your opponent probably will be slower, and then you'll have more mass than your opponent, and then from there you just win the game. GG. Nori. Okay, so what are we doing? Get reclaim. Oh my goodness, only 2 P-gens. Only 2 P-gens. You cannot make 2 factories with 2 P-gens unless you have tons of tree reclaim. So always make at least 5 P-gens before your second land factory. Always make 5, potentially 6 or 7 or even 8 before your second factory. If it's land. If it's air, you need at least 7 P-gens really. So yeah, this is a big mistake. You need way more power in the opening. Also, don't build them close together because you might just get bombed like we did. So nice Selines though. You could send them further forward, by the way. If you have them more further forward, you know, that's gonna be better intel for you. But you know, making them is good still. Yeah, so the initial build is a big problem. Not enough power before the second factory. Also, you still haven't built this mass extractor. And you haven't made any tanks yet, despite having 2 land factories. No tanks. You have Selines and stuff, but no tanks whatsoever, which is obviously not great. So you're doing loads of manual reclaim. I would say don't do that. Or rather, don't do it at the expense of everything else. There are much more important things to focus on. For example, building this. So if you just think about it, your priorities are not correct. This is a big use of APM. you don't need to do this until you're like 1900. It's not really going to help you very much. Much easier to just focus on building your base correctly and spending your mass. Yes, so you're also walking with the ACU. The ACU could be building. You have a full mass bar, so use your build power to construct more factories. So let's see what's going on in the base. You only have 2 factories. Right now you could have maybe 5 factories. So you need basically more engineers in the base. This guy, you're sending him over to get the hydrocarbon. Keep him in the base. All these guys should work together to build a factory immediately because you have a full power bar. Full power bar and you have full mass bar. So build a land factory. Then build some P-gens. Then just build a lot of land factories. You build them around mexes if you want. That's going to take a bit longer to do, but just build a lot of factories, like tons of them. You could build easily 10 factories on this map. Okay, your opponent has a PD in middle. Okay, time to leave because your opponent has PD. He's going to kill you with PD. Time to walk away. Okay, now we're walking away. Don't need to walk too far away, but this, yeah. No, that's good. Okay, we have some units out. You've queued up 1 factory. This is a critical mistake. So you don't have too much APM, right? But where are you investing it? You're investing it, well, you invested in some AP, in some manual reclaim and stuff. You invested in building 1 factory. Queue up a lot of stuff. If you look at the map, you have tons of mass extractors. 10 in your base, basically. That's a lot. So you can afford to just queue up a lot of factories and then not think about it again. If you stall at some point, you can just pause the engineers or stop them from building factories anymore. But for now, you should queue up several factories. Many more than these 1 and 2. And queue them all up at the same time, so that you don't have to look back at your base every 15 seconds. So, your expansion is pretty good. You're getting these expansions. I mean, this guy should be dead. He's not defended at all. Okay, you tried to attack his base. He has PD. Fair enough. And you should think about making... Okay, you've made a T2 mechs. Not the greatest thing. I'd rather have more factories and units, but T2 mechs is better than overflowing. And you should now... Well, you should think about making an air factory, because it's really good to see what your opponent has. Also, send some units to the top. And you still have about almost 4 factories of mass in the bank. So once again, just more factories. And don't queue them up 1 at a time, as we said. Queue up many. You have plenty of mass. Queue up many. And then you have more time to look around the map and do other stuff. So, you're making a hydrocarbon. You could think about making a gun upgrade. Also, you should change the rally points. So you see all your units are just stopping in your base, getting blocked by P-gens and engineers and stuff. So just select them all and give them an order out to here somewhere. And yeah, you need to get your mass bar close to the bottom. Energy looks fine, except for the fact that you have a full mass bar. Okay, so you're sending units to the top side now. You're getting lots of map control for free, by the way, which is good. And you're making the gun. Gun is a good choice. I would assist it with the NG. Oh, what's the NG doing? You are assisting. NG takes a walk around the place. Okay, your opponent has air. You should have air as well. Oh, okay. Here's a big error. Do not build mass storage around a T1 mass extractor. Ever. It's not worth it. So it's only worth it to build it around T2 mexes, and then it's absolutely necessary to build it around T3 mexes. Around T1 mexes, they're going to give you... See, the adjacency gives you a percentage bonus. So T1 Mex does not produce enough that the bonus is worth it, basically. So it still says +2. It's going to be like +2 and a bit. But it costs you 600 mass to get that tiny extra bit of economy. So it's not worth it at all. Only build around T2 Mexes. Maybe this was a mistake. Like, maybe you thought that Mex was T2 or something. Okay, so your opponent hasn't shown you any units whatsoever, by the way. So it would be great to know if he had any, because he doesn't seem to. So you could probably... Well, just, you could keep creeping forward here. But the best thing to do would be to have air scouts. And to just see what he has. And then you know what to do. If you see what he has, then you know what to do. Okay, you have the gun. You're making nano? You're making nano. I would just use the gun. The gun is more than enough on a 5x5, and in most situations it's more than enough to just walk in like a PD. You outrange PD, and if you just had some radar, you could just use the gun comm and kill most of the stuff he has. I mean, nano is great, but you know, it's unnecessary. Also, it's expensive. Okay, more power. Yeah, you still only have 5 factories. You could have, again, you still have 800 mass in the bank. You basically floated 900 mass for the entire game, which means, you know, you might as well, it's like playing with, you know, I don't know, if you just got rid of all these mexes and played without those for no reason, that would be a similar outcome. Okay, bombers. Bombers bombing your shit. Regen aura is good, but again, it's unnecessary here. But yes, restoration field is good. For sure, it is nice. Yeah, so okay. What's the plan once you have nano? I guess you walk directly into his base. You should really have an air factory a long time ago. I mean, he could do anything. He could have a TML, he could have 5 T2 Maxes and T2, he could have T2 land, he could have nothing, and you are doing nothing about him having nothing. So it's impossible to do the right thing if you have no idea what your opponent has. You know, it's impossible, really. I mean, well, not impossible, but it's way more difficult. And again, yeah, you're still adding, you're gonna plan some mass storages around T1 Mex. That's throwing mass in the bin. Also, if you build a lot of T1 units and they sit around for a long time, then they weren't a good investment. Generally, because, you know, like they're not doing anything, and the longer they're around, the less value they have, because your opponent will make better units, or they'll make economy while you've spent time making units. So if you make a lot of T1 units and you don't use them, generally it was a bad idea to do that. Okay, finally some wars begin. Some battles happen 12 minutes into the game. The players decide to use their T1 units. It takes a really long time. Why didn't I build air? Well, I'm the wrong person to ask. Okay, yeah, so he does apparently have a huge T1 army. So that's really strange. Really strange. But it would have been really easy to know that he had all of those things, but now you found out, and the problem is you don't actually have enough units to defend yourself anymore. Like, okay, you're gonna walk into his base. I mean, you have freaking nano and guns, so you should be a beast. You did give him mid for free, but he gave you the sides for free. Again, people just don't care. It's not really been a battle for map control at all. And now there's units coming into your base. It's time to build PD. Now, I recommend getting this template here, which is PD with walls around it. It's much better than PD on its own. Infinitely better. Okay, oh, ACU with the gun here arrives, and he's going to actually kill your energy storage, which hurts. You're going to lose this energy storage as well. You're in his base. He has T2 mexes. That's going to be nice veterancy for you. Yum, yum, yum.
Commander under attack.
And you're sending units in. Okay, you're not going to be able to kill an ACU here. That's for sure. But you do defend your base. Your base is actually defended because this PD got 19 kills. 20 kills. Jesus. Yeah, PD's pretty good. So now you should win the game. Subrezi. Right. Okay, let's discuss. See, this isn't even a base trade because you have your base and he doesn't have his base. So you should win. Okay. So, main thing is kill all of his power immediately. And then he can't really do anything because he can't build anything if you don't have power. So make sure you kill all the P-gens when you're in this scenario. Don't walk away from them. Kill them all. Okay, so what do? Grab, like, keep all these units in your base. Okay, keep these units in your base. Get a radar. Yes, build factories in the opponent's base is good. Build factories here. Okay, build 2 or 3 and then walk your ACU out again. Start moving out, find your opponent. If you had air, it would be fantastic. You need to build engineers out of these factories. You need like 10 engineers in your base right now. If you had 10 engineers, then you could build PDs, you could build more factories, you could build more P-gens, energy storage, all kinds of stuff, get all the reclaim and stuff. But you need build power right now. You need build power, which is why you built this factory here. Now build another one, and build engineers. Attack move out so they reclaim when they come out. And then, yeah, don't hang around too long with your commander, because your commander is insanely powerful and you need to use it to fight. No, I don't have a Discord server. Okay. Okay, yeah, building factories is good. It just took too long to do it. And looks like you might lose your base in the end. You still have this PD. Imagine you had like 3 PDs. It'd be easy. I don't know where the other guy is. Where's his commander? If his commander was here, everything you had would be dead. And we'd have a proper base trade. Yeah, this is not useful. Look at this guy. This guy has nano and gun and he's reclaiming a mex for 25 mass per second. Or 50. Useless. He's a beast. He's nearly experimental. Okay, this factory needs to be finished. Just need to spam a lot of factories. Again, don't, do this. Wow. You have 4,000 mass in the bank, by the way. 4,000. Okay, your opponent has Hydra in middle, which is nice. He's building power here. Finally, this radar could have been built a long time ago. So if the ACU had done something, it would just built some factories and it could already be here, killing all of this stuff. That's where you should go. I think you got blocked by your units and it cancelled your order, by the way. So get forward. You're not going to be able to stop this commander without even more factories. I guess you have like a unit template or something, but you don't need anti-air. Zuis, I mean, you need Zuis, but maybe not that many, and you don't need that many Selines either. But That's minor stuff. You don't need anti-air building out of every factory though, that's for sure. Okay, ACU should just go here. Kill all of this. Look, hey look, stuff to kill. Let me kill it. I can't be stopped because I have 20,000 HP. Kill everything. Don't stop killing. You know, 5,000 mass in the bank. Again, just, you know, one of these bad boys. All the way across the map. Forever, until the end of time. That's all you need. You just need a big line of shit and point it at the commander, at the enemy units, and that's it. And you know, don't carefully play. All right, no more tips, okay? If you're in a situation where a lot of stuff needs to be done, you don't need PGen adjacency around a land factory, okay? You need to be, right, at a certain point, you don't have time for this shit. No time for this shit, that's for sure. You just need, yeah, just, okay. Oh, NGs, yeah. Okay, and then you're back to walking your ACU to the front to kill everything. Okay? No, none of this, you know, carefully doing things. Oh yeah, that's, again, mass storage around T1 mechs. Never do this ever again. Ever. Just like, this has to stop. Okay, now you're losing your base. Your ACU, I don't know why you walked here, to be honest. Just make, like you can see loads of stuff to kill here, but you just walked over here. There's no reason to do that. You know, why is this not dead? Yeah, just build more factories. And build units out of those factories. You still have 4,000 mass, but now you have lost all of this. You're trying to hunt the comm. No, the comm was in your base forever, dude. That's not a reason. You aren't trying to hunt the comm. The comm was never here. Well, he was here like 10 minutes ago, but he's been in your base for the last 5 minutes. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, if you're afraid of things that you can't see, then yes, build an air factory. But there's not, like, you also, you're not thinking, like, you killed his whole base. How could he have a chain of T2BDs if you killed his entire base? Don't be afraid of ghosts. Like, that's just some units. You have a beast of a commander. Why else did you make Nano except to go kill shit? You know, you just kill everything. But you walked around everything that you could kill. Let's see what he has here. Look, he has T2 mech. Like, what is that? Some units. And it's random factories and PGens. That's all he has. Nothing. How do we send replays for future reference? You can send them on Discord or on Patreon. I mean, if you donate on Patreon, then you should send them on Patreon so I know it's that same person sending it. Okay, you found the enemy commander. And you might actually be able to kill him. I mean, you have less units. You only have 20 tanks here. Oh, he only has 18 tanks. Okay, well, you should win then. Walk into him and kill him. But he does have 100 tanks over here, by the way. So that's... You don't. You have 2 Ilshabal. Yeah, going T2 is not the move. Yeah, now you let him get away. Remember that time when you said you were hunting the commander? And then you're not really hunting the commander, you just want to go reclaim some factories for some reason? What? What? Yeah, just walk into him. Okay, pro tip. The attack button over here. Right click on the attack button. You can't see it on this screen, but right click on the attack button and then walk towards the ACU forever. Also, these units seem to be trying to escape the map. That's not going to work. And you're going to let him get out of range again. Oh no, he's coming back. That's nice of him. OC would be nice as well, actually. That eco bar hurts my soul. You built so much power. Okay, energy storage. Actually, that's why you're stalling so much mass, because that's really intensely expensive. Okay, I guess you're gonna die to 100 tanks now. Pretty sure that's what'll happen. Yeah, so I'm interested to know how much of this did you see was wrong? And how much of this is new to you? But, yeah, there is, you know, in any game, there's a million things that could go differently, but this one was an important case study. Just, you know, make more factories, make more T1 stuff, make an air factory. Don't be afraid of things that aren't there. And yeah. Also, yes, the opening factory, 2 P-gens factory, need more P-gens, obviously. There's a lot of stuff in there. Now, you probably need to, you know, listen to it more than once, to be honest, because that's like 25 minutes of subcom info to take in. I think everyone who gets a replay review should listen to it more than once. Not back to back or anything, but, you know. There's usually a lot of info in there. And you won't really get all of it from one listen, I think. Alright, thanks. Thanks, Egon. Wish you would know if people are intoxicated in the replays. Yeah, we need a blood alcohol meter in there, in these games. More replays? Is that what you say, Zach? Have I ever tried ASMR? No. Do you mean making ASMR or listening to it? Either way, it's a no. I'm doing more ladder. I don't think I'm gonna play more ladder on stream. Ever. Yes, support chat. Poor chat. We could search TMM though. 2v2s are nice and easy. Very nice and easy. When we can get them. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. If you're enjoying. Let's see if we can get a game on TMM. Thanks for the likes, guys. See them going up rapidly. Let's see, any forum action these days? Anything going on there? Well, that's good. People asking for... Oh yeah, people looking for a... for some kind of debate. And I was suggested as a moderator for some player counselor debate. Oh god, that's funny. Ooh, okay. Do I have enough alcohol to moderate such a debate? No, I need a few more bottles of whiskey. Good stuff, Fluff. What's up, Turbo? Oh yeah, I saw that Hartzer. Well, he's probably not listening now, but since he's against us, we're with Pauliuso. Now, how do we win this game? It's not easy to see a path to victory. This is not really the map for carrying hard. Like, you know, Hartzer and Agamo. Tough matchup. I don't know how good or bad my teammate is. Obviously, that's a huge factor that we can't control. Oh, my dumb ACU. So... Can't really afford to make a mix with this build. Fuck. Zephyral the Scoot. Who's my lab? It's Guy. fucking kiting my lab. What kind of professional gamer is this guy? Agamo, what a beast. He wasn't so good with the micro there. Let's help our teammate out. No, don't bomb me, you fuck. God damn it. Can we? I swear. Agamo has so much air. But why? My bomber, is it? My bomber's fucked. Yeah, it was trapped and spinning around like a madman. I'm gonna lose that NG. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of units there. A worrying amount of units. He has the gun now. This looks really bad on the top side. Oh, he has gun com. Move, please. And we have sensors. That's not good. Need overcharges, otherwise. We're in trouble.
Commander under attack. System enabled. Commander under attack.
He just refuses to kill my teammate, actually. Nice. Fucking hell.
Commander under attack.
Ah, there's no point in playing on here. Well, on this map it is fucked, honestly, because if this happens, then because it doesn't put the good players against each other, it puts them in the same slot. So then it's Hartzer versus 600, or it's me versus 1200, rather than me versus Hartzer and then the 1200 versus 600, because of these slots. So yes, on this map I would never be against the higher rated guy, basically. So it ends up with this, like, if the ratings are, everybody has a completely different rating, you get this. Well, it does mirror the placements. That's what I'm saying, is that, you know, me and the higher rated players get the same slot, but they won't be against each other on this particular map. So it's just the fact that everyone has a different rating. Also, that map is just fucking, it's hard to carry on that map. At least in these games I've played on it. I don't know, I don't know what I need to do. Play more aggressive. No, I haven't replayed Survival. Actually, I have played some Survival. What have I played? I played one where... Yeah, I have played a few Survivals. Not in ages, though. Survival can be pretty fun. There's one that was like a race where it's like you're trying to kill the other. It's a team game survival, and it was like 4v4. The enemies spawn in the middle, and it's basically survive longer than the enemy team. Yeah, that's the one, Irma. See Don. Beach survival. What's the beach? Oh yeah, I played the beach survival one. Yeah. Yeah, I did play that. That was alright. So on Survival Horde. Yeah, we might take a look at it. Some point. We're gonna try play like one more game and then call it. I have casted survival games. I think I have a playlist of survival games. No, I only have 2 there, it seems. One of them was the spider bot, where you you basically have, was it protect a spider bot or something, and it's like going in a big S shape across the map. And then there was the other one was probably the, what's that one called? Fifth Dimension or something, or something dimension. That one's insane on the hardest difficulty. Where you're just, you know, I don't know how many experimentals coming towards you by the end of it. We didn't get matched. I think we're not going to get matched now. Yeah, Fifth Dimension, that's the one. Well, YOLO spam? I mean, not on the hardest difficulty. I don't think you're gonna be able to make YOLOs. Is Roy hosting a 2v2? Let's see what tournaments are. Rico is planning a 2v2 thing at some point. You get a Paragon. I can't remember now. I don't think you can afford to get a Paragon. But I'm not sure now that I think about it. You need to make nukes. Like regular nukes, I think. But I think it bugged out, actually, now that I remember. I remember nukes landing and then not killing stuff, actually. I see. Okay, well, we'll give it one last try, and then we will call it if we don't get a game here. Shields used to defend nukes. Right, it's like a brink thing, okay. Final rush. I see. Yeah, the last time I played Survival was a long time ago. Nope, we didn't get matched. Okay, well, that's it for me. We will end it there. Nobody got matched that time. The farmer Arma. Right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for the really good donos. Really nice donos. I'm solo searching. I mean, there's super generous dono from Layla. the Boxer Dog. And some donos from Jay Steele again, who's very generous. And thanks everyone for watching and liking and chatting. So I'll see you soon for more videos. Hope you learned something from the replay reviews as well. Till next time, guys.